Hi my friends, Sam here. Today I want to share with you part of what's happening out there, the braid parade. Today I have my beautiful model Jenna, and I'm going to share with you an S braid. If you've been following me, I've shared with you that in the past. For my new viewers, let's review it just for you. But for my viewers who've been following us, I want to show you a natural progression that's been happening with that. So I'm going to give you 3 simple little techniques with an S braid. You're going to love them. Let's talk about our first simple S braid, talk about what are our ingredients. We're actually going to need our texture iron, because as you can see with Jenna's hair, we textured from scalp to end. Now remember, product is not an option, it's a necessity. We worked with our Iron Shape 11. This is great, comes from a thermal heat protection line with Redken. Remember, you need to protect the heat when we work with thermal tools. Okay, so texture iron gives us that texture, pumps up the hair shaft, makes it easier to get the braid to be a little bit more visual. Working with my Redken detangling comb, works great when I texture. Some sectioning clips in case you need them, and I've got some elastics here, and you'll see how we're going to use that. I love working with argan oil and shine flash when I braid. Both of them give me nice slip, so you decide which one you like. Gonna work with my magnetic wristband and our clips. This comes from Lorna Evans. Love working it when I'm doing long hair. Okay, let's step over to Jenna now. We're gonna start on the left side. We're gonna take a diagonal forward section. We're gonna divide this into 3 sections. So I divide this into 3 sections. Okay, and very, very simple. When it comes to braiding, it's all about rhythm. Remember that, all about rhythm. So you're gonna hear my outside voice, meaning my mind is gonna be speaking to you from the outside. So watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take bottom over, hairline comes over, top goes over. And now watch how my fingers work when I braid. So I palm, I pinch the right X, go to an over position. My middle finger comes over, and I just swing in. So I'm always controlling with one hand and having one hand free. This gives me room to pick up hair if I want to pick it up. Okay, palm, pinch left X, over position. Palm, pinch the right X, over position. So you're taking top over, bottom over, top over, bottom over. I want you to keep it nice and clean, and we want you to do it very, very loosely. Don't do it tight, and you'll see why in a moment. I want you to just braid yourself out. We're not adding any hair with this particular look. You see these girls during the summertime braiding their hair on both sides, and then they're just pinning it back. But we want you to add value to that. Add some visual interest to it. So we braid out, keeping it very loosely, keeping your rhythm, top over, bottom over, top over, bottom over, top over, bottom over. Now I don't want you to micro braid this, so I don't want you to braid this all the way out to the end. Leave yourself some room to work with. You'll see why in a moment. So that was bottom over, top over, bottom over, top over. Now we're ready. So now I want you to hold it horizontally, parallel to the floor. Take your top section here, fold that down to the bottom so this all becomes one. Palm that, pinch the X, palm and hold the middle, and now just simply push. I know, it's pretty cool. Now, watch what's going to happen. When we do this, now we're simply going to come through, and I want you to slowly start to see these little sections here. Just slowly start to work them out. And keep them really defined. So the object is you want to see one strand coming through an S pattern here. So I simply use my index finger and my thumb just to guide that through. And now you simply bring this back. So you can start to see, you can really start to see how we're going through, and we're using this more as a visual in terms of how it works. Now, simply reach for an elastic. Then all I simply want you to do is just elastic this. So this will secure it while we go the other side. But most important, let me show you the natural progression of what's happening with these braids in terms of where we're taking this. So in this particular case, we go through, elastic this. Okay. Once you do this, you're here, then we'll step to the other side. Now let me show you another technique that's happening with the S braid in terms of what we're doing. Watch the natural progression of this. Let's step to the right side. Take another diagonal forward section. So now what I want to do is create something that has a little bit more of all the hair being pulled back. So think about that. Think about the 1940s, more Gatsby, something kind of, instead of a roll, make it more of a braid. Watch what I mean. So we're going to take 3 sections. We're going to execute the S braid just like we did. Okay, so I can take, watch, this time let's start top over, bottom over. So you can start bottom or top, but the main thing I want you to do is everything moves to the inside. Palm, pinch left X, over position. Palm the right, pinch the right X, over position. Palm the left, pinch the left X, over position. Palm, pinch, over, palm, pinch, over. Okay, top comes over, bottom comes over. But yet, look at how my hands manipulate it. So your fingers and your hands are your most valuable tools. But when it comes to braiding, your hands have to have a sense of pliability to them. They got to have a sense of dexterity to it. Okay, so continue to work out. Remember, do not braid it tight. If you braid it really tight, when you push back, it's not going to push back nice and even. It's going to get a little bit too frizzy, too fuzzy. Okay? Now remember also, we don't braid it all the way out to the end, so we don't come out to the end now. And then once you get here, I want you to identify which one's your middle. So hold it horizontally, parallel to the floor. Here's my middle. Take the top, fold the top down, and now simply push. Okay, now I want you to hold this here. Now this is all going to become my middle, so watch what I'm going to do. This all becomes one strand now. I'm going to make this my middle. Now watch what we're going to do. I'm going to take a slice underneath. This becomes my bottom slice now. Simple, natural progression of the S in terms of what we're doing. Now we come through and we grab a section from the top. So I simply grab a section from the top. Once I'm here, now notice where the pinch is. Where the pinch is, that's where I'm going to take this hair to. So I don't want to cover up my braid there. I don't want to cover that up. So I'm here, there, right there. Okay, and I come right there. So see, I'm letting that just kind of bubble out a little bit. Now I go back through and I do it again. But you're not, that's the only time you're picking up hair. So this is just simply top, bottom over, top over, bottom over, top over. So you do the S braid again. You don't add anything once you pick up two new sections. Remember, once again, do it loosely. You do not want to do it tightly. Okay, so I come back through and working myself through, keeping my rhythm, identifying the middle, fold the top, and push. Okay, now let that kind of come out again. Now this becomes the middle again. Now watch me take another section. I take, this becomes my bottom. Okay, that's going to become my bottom section. Okay, now I pinch. Notice how what the key thing here, if there's anything difficult about this, my friends, it is the pinch. You maintain that pinch all the way through. So I grab a section from the top. Now look at what I have. I have three sections again. So I come from the top. Top comes over and bottom comes over. But look at how I keep it underneath this. Don't cover up your S braid. Now I come through, pinch right on that X. Top over and bottom over. Now get your rhythm again. Top over and bottom over. Top over, bottom over. Top over, bottom over. I know it sounds like you're saying the same thing over and over and over. But when you lose the rhythm, you lose the braid. When you lose the braid, your visual, your mindset becomes frustrated, and now stress sets in. Now you're starting all over. So remember, my friends, braiding, it's all about rhythm. So we bring top over, bottom over. Here we go again. So you continue this same process. Each time folding the top, pushing. As you go, it's going to get bigger because you're continually picking up more and more hair. Watch, I'm going to push in that a little bit tighter, just so that's set tight. I love how that pops up. Now, right there, that's where I want it to be. Now watch. See how I pinched exactly that same spot. Now, if you want to drop out hair, simply decide where you want to drop out hair. So let's just drop out some hair so it sits there. Or you can pick this up and keep continuing to pick up. Let's pick up. Tickle, tickle, tickle eliminates the tangles. Now palm, this is going to be my bottom. Keep it nice and clean. Okay, pinch. See how I immediately pinched that all the way through, all the way through. Now I come through, take my top slice. Here's my top slice. That comes in. Now I come through and I top over, bottom over, palm, and pinch the X. Notice how I keep saying that, pinch. When you braid, your pinch is critical. It controls the section. You lose the control, you will lose the look. Okay, here we go. Top over, bottom over, top over, and bottom over, top over, and bottom over, top over. Jenna's got great hair. Now, when you go through and you have fine hair, highly, highly recommend you use the texture iron. Remember, that's going to give it thickness, it's going to plump it up, it's going to seems like it's twice as thick as it normally is. So, Sam, do I have to go in and texturize the entire head like you did? No. All I want you to do is just maybe texturize the area that you're going to braid, leave everything else alone. That's going to be a personal choice on your part. But now look at the sense, the visual sense that has, and now start to look at the front view. When you go through and you do this, you're going to do the same thing to the opposite side. And voila, you have your look. So I'll continue this on the opposite side and show you the finished result. Okay, now, as you can see, I've done the same thing to the opposite side. Now, all I simply want you to do is just set it to the back, bring it to the back, set it the way you want it to sit. That's all you're doing, my friends. Then just take an elastic, and all we're gonna do is grab another elastic, and then we come through with our elastic and we elastic there, and then you've got your look. Now I want you to remember something. You can do whatever you want to do back in this back. I could fishtail this, you could tie it into a knot, whatever you want to do. Remember, all I'm trying to do, my friends, is just give you a sense of enthusiasm in terms of understanding how important to understand that a braid parade is happening right now, and that I want you to be a part of that braid parade. And the reason I want you to be part of that braid parade is because this adds value to your appointment time. Can you imagine if Jenna was my client, she came in for a red Shades EQ conditioning color gloss, and usually I give her a trim, blow dry it straight, and send her out the door? In today's world, how about if we teach someone like Jenna how to do simple, easy braids, no charge? That's adding value in today's world. Remember that. Hope you enjoyed this. This is an S braid with now picking up hair and adding hair.